Hi everyone, this is Killshot from 99 Gaming. This is Fear the Walking Dead Season 5 trailer. This is our first fan reactions. You guys probably saw fan was in red. This is going to be the reactions, not just myself, but of the entire 999 army. So if you guys are subs and participating in the chat, we want to get your thoughts included in this. If you're watching the playback, maybe it's an odd time, get your thoughts in the comments below. That's what I consider real fan reactions, the fans that support the show, talk about the show, and talk positively about the show. And I think we've got a lot of momentum moving in to a brand new season. The trailer looks awesome, and we've got just a quick special shout out to all the patrons up there, and a brand new channel member. I want to say what's up to Will Sykes, and we're getting closer and closer to unlocking, who knows what we might unlock next. We'll either rotate some of the Walking Dead emojis, or we might unlock a Fear the Walking Dead emoji. Be up to you guys, but we got some cool stuff going on. This is not going to be a super long video. Just want to get your thoughts included in this. We got some more stuff we're going to talk about tonight. Hopefully you guys saw the 10 o'clock stream, the 1 o'clock stream. At 8 o'clock tonight, we're going to be talking a little bit of the radio theory. I know there was a lot of radio references in Fear the Walking Dead. People are wondering if that could potentially be a crossover. There's still a little bit of a time problem, but they may work it out. We don't know how long they're going to be in one area, or if they're going to time skip it this season as well. Later on tonight at 9:30, we're going to be doing a Negan, and more Negan. So hopefully you guys have completely redeemed Negan, but if not, it's fine. 9:30, we're going to just take the gloves off and talk about what we like and what we don't like. I got David Henderson wanting a Dwighty boy emoji already. Little early, David Henderson. So I got a couple bullet points here, and I'm just going to jump around really quickly and ask you guys. So far, I'm hearing the Fear trailer looks good, but if you had to zero in on one or two major things that you liked about it, what's the first couple things that you noticed? Maybe not the first thing, but there's two big characters, obviously, that we see in the trailer. I think that's going to get a lot of notoriety. Certainly bringing one back and bringing one over. It's like, man, nobody ever dies. But we're going to break down. So I like to fish says Strand. What did you like about Strand? Did you like the Strand speech? I did like that, Kitty Cat, absolutely. There's one. Is that like a crop dusting plane? One of those low-flying planes? Grimes over the radio, all over the radio. Grimes on the radio just wants it to be about a radio. Eventually, if you keep your name that way, it will become correct. I got a feeling. Rachel Army Brat says Victor and Dwight. Definitely that conversation and that standoff. So, who do you think has the gun on John Dory? Because we didn't get to see Troy in the trailer, and we saw it transition. I mean, I guess it could be Dwight, and then they sort of smooth it over. But John is gunning down some walkers, and then he turns around, and there's a gun in his face. I'm going to say, I don't know. I didn't look. Maybe Troy. Must be Troy. They like to confuse you a little bit by just throwing all these clips together. That's a good two hands in the radio. Wants to know who does Victor's hair. Yeah, I mean, he always looks good, right? Very suave. Billy Underwood, Kills, did you say you're getting a Scott Gimple emoji? Billy, I got no problem with the Scott Gimple emoji, but there are some fans that might rather see the Angela K. And you know what? All my green team, all the members, really quickly, let's get an Angela emoji. Can we get one of those, an Angela Kang emoji? And make sure you guys Kang the like button. It's a whole new action. The fans they absolutely love the showrunner now. That's what I'm talking about. Just want to see it up on the screen a little bit. I got a feeling word's going to get around that there's a site out there with an Angela Kang emoji, and she's going to be here. You're just sitting around having dinner. It's like, hey, check this out on my phone. It's just a whole lot of. It's kind of like Glen balloons with a Angela Kang face on it. Really cool. That's what I'm talking about. Epic Zombie Killer with a Q&A. Hey, Kills, how many seasons can you see Fear getting, or will it be canceled after season 5? I don't think so. I am going to throw it out there right now, bold prediction, because Epic Zombie Killer, here's something that I noticed. We're a little lucky here at the 999 Army and 999 Gaming, because last year We challenged all of our viewers out there. I think at the time it might have been, 50, 60,000 viewers. But whatever it was a year ago. And we said, hey, everybody, let's all just do this thing together. Let's all just make a commitment and watch Fear the Walking Dead. There were a few that were like, like that. I ain't watching it. I'll see you in October. And it's fine. We high-fived, and they did. They came back. And then there were a few that was like, well, I got other stuff that I need to do, but I'll give it a shot. And then there were some people like, yeah, I'll do it. And we did kind of these little 999 ratings things at the end of every episode. And they scored high. And we started finding out that Fear has started to carve its own niche. To answer your question, I think it has at least 3 or 4 more seasons. I think they're just starting to get their stride. I don't think they brought Morgan and Dwight over there just to kill it off after season 5. I think Morgan is a real boon for the show. I think it allows them to bring on some new characters. And I think Dwight is going to be amazing. If I didn't watch already because Morgan and John Dory, I would watch for Dwight because I really like Dwight's character. Momo, that's right. What's some there's some really good lines and some really good humor. And I just feel like here's a couple things with Fear in the trailer. None of the characters on there at this point, I feel like, or maybe Alicia, but I don't think they're going to kill Alicia. I don't think Fear the Walking Dead has to kill people at this point in order to keep fans excited about it. People on The Walking Dead, it's gotten to a point now, and look, we saw it this week, right? This week, when the Pike scene happened, everybody was going nuts. Oh, it was great. This person died, this person. And then this week, nobody really dies, and then it's like, oh, it was down, that not enough death, not enough things happen. But on Fear, I don't think everybody's just kind of on the edge of their seats now saying, somebody's got to die for the show to be good. Part of it might be that their payroll's probably a lot less on Fear the Walking Dead than on The Walking Dead. But we'll see. Daryls Thoughts, a little Q&A here. Your thoughts on the creepy kid group in Season 5 trailer. My thoughts on them, they're creepy. That's my thoughts right now. If you ask me for my complete unfiltered reaction, it's like, oh my God, Winnie and a few of those kids from the Scars episode escaped and they went to Texas following Dwight. That was kind of my first thought. Is like, this is a Scars flashback all over again. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like them. But and you know what? I already got one redeemed kid that I'm dealing with, and that's Charlie. I'm okay. I know a lot of you guys still don't like Charlie because she killed Nick, and understandable. Charlie started to kind of grow on me a little bit last year, and I'm okay with her this year. I kind of like the Negan leather jacket. She looks kind of tough, like she might be able to hold her own. So I'm okay with giving Charlie a pass, but I don't want to give a whole lot of little evil, dirty kids a pass. Maybe they'll wear on me too, but they look kind of evil. I don't trust them. I think they're Troy's minions. I think Troy's out there, and Troy is to the Fear the Walking Dead what Jocelyn was to the Walking Dead. He's got his army of little evil children. Because Troy got bashed pretty good. So you never know what Troy's up to. So a couple more things that we want to kind of get in this video and sort of react to. Morgan, I don't know if Morgan's having some doubts, but he does say that they've been helping people for a long time and they're not having a lot of luck, which I thought was weird. Because John Dory said a little bit later on that we must be the luckiest people on the planet or something along those lines. So I think it's an interesting dynamic that Morgan's plan of going out helping people and just calling them on the radio, and he knows it's going to be hard work. They're not finding anybody, but then, just something to keep in mind. Fear does some very neat things with like playing on on different characters and what's important to them. Kitty Cat super chat and says, Kills. You told me to watch Fear the Walking Dead from the beginning without comparing it to The Walking Dead. I did and have fallen in love with it. So I want a commission from AMC for getting some brand new Fear fans. I don't know how many we got. We might have got 5. We might have got 10. We might have got, 20 or 30,000. Just joking. We have a lot of fun talking about the show. Angela, I don't need anything in return. The only thing I want, change that. I do want an Angela Kang shout out now. And I'm going to work until I get it. I don't care if I got to go out to San Diego Comic-Con and stand up in my 999 Army shirt and say, we love you. You are the greatest showrunner ever. I can't say it like that because if Scott Gimple's sitting beside her, then that's, I don't want to offend him. I want to be nice without offending Scott Gimple. How about that? So let's get a couple more thoughts in this video of things. Okay, so you guys gave me kind of like your first reaction to it. How about Dwighty Boy? How about the fact that the last thing that they're showing in the trailer is Dwight? That to me tells me it's that's their big thing, right? That's like the big reveal. We got Dwight. And we're going to walk away from that talking about it. But what's surprising to me, most of you weren't talking about Dwight. Most of you are talking about Daniel being back. So if you've got Dwight, you've got Daniel, you've got Troy floating around out there, you got these creepy little kids, you got some space suits going around. I also have to tell you that the animated heads in the bag, this feels like weird early season Walking Dead stuff. I mean, Governor had a helicopter. These guys have a plane. There's something weird is going on. I think they're trying to get us excited. And here's the challenge, though. The challenge is Fear the Walking Dead wanted to be its own show. But the producers are their own worst enemy. I'm not trying to give them advice on how to run a multi-billion, unbelievably large franchise of The Walking Dead. I'm just giving my 2 cents. A lot of times, I reserve my 2 cents, and it's kind of about, all the comments in the stream. But I do want to kind of give a little bit of my opinion on the issue that I think they're running into. And that is, they wanted Fear to be its own show. But as long as they keep crossing over, it's never going to be its own show. And you have to understand the paradox to that whole situation. You can't really watch it without making the comparison. And even last year, half of the arc was about Morgan getting the group back to Alexandria. So it's always going to be in the back of our mind. And now you just bring somebody else over. So I think what they initially thought was it would be its own thing. Now, no. Ain't going to happen. I think they realized the comparisons were just happening way too often. So they finally just ripped it up and said, you know what? Forget the comparisons. Let's just make this thing awesome. Daryl, I don't think I disagree with that. Greedy, yes. They spread it too thin. They had 1 or 2 good episodes. The chemistry of the actors I didn't really care for. They had producers going back and forth. Scott Gimple's trying to oversee the whole thing. Him taking a step back. And Gimple, I would say, has a much stronger influence on Fear the Walking Dead now. And Angela Kang is running with The Walking Dead. And I think that's a good dynamic. Let Gimple rewind some of the older creepy stuff that we liked because I think it still works for Fear. I mean, a Walker tornado, that was awesome. I'm not going to lie. Fear did some stuff last year that they have not done on The Walking Dead. Now, The Walking Dead, I think we're have like some one-upping or some tit for tat, right? Like Fear the Walking Dead did a Walker tornado, and The Walking Dead did a blizzard. We should have had like a really, really good Walker avalanche, though. That would have been nice. But, well, we kind of had that already, right? Didn't we have like the no snow avalanche? Remember the scene where it was Alden and Jesus and Morgan, and they were all tied up and they were walking on the road, and then they had sort of that. So I guess it's already been played. So they sort of had the avalanche with no snow. Wilson. Oh man, Wilson, don't even tease me. Don't even mess with my heart. Okay, that now you're getting into epic Walking Dead territory. So let's just imagine, all right? Because, on season 9, this is what we do with Walking Dead. We're like, hey, we had the Rick thing, the rebar, that was great. The Whispers were introduced, that was great. And we got the Pike scene, that was great. But Wilson, you just brought up something that sounds amazing. What if we have the introduction of Abraham? What if we have more Walker element stuff? What if we have Dwighty Boy back? We have Troy as a new villain, and we have Danielle. Oh my God. So we could potentially have Abraham, Daniel. Did I say Danielle? Sorry. Daniel. I'm too excited here. Dwight and Troy. That, ladies and gentlemen, that's a season. That is a season right there. That's going to put it up in some rare air. We got Tom Ferreira super chatting it. Tom says, Fear the Walking Dead should have been anthology each season. Tom, I don't know. I mean, I got to tell you, Fear the Walking Dead is what they're doing right now. It kind of seems random, but it's fun. The one thing I love about the show is that it's not all about gruesome and death. It's about coincidence and fun. They use some of the things that were kind of holding them back early on. The one thing we kept saying was, okay, that doesn't make any sense. They went to Mexico, everybody met in Mexico. Okay, they left, everybody met. Everything was just too convenient, and they just turned it around. Now all the convenience is sort of comical and fun and lighthearted. I'm not saying it needs to be a comedy, but what I'm saying is that it is certainly a little bit less dark. Even as a Western, it's still a little bit less dark. William, The Walking Dead Billboard says, I'm lost. How do we get Abe? We get Abe because we've got tapes that Althea has of Abraham. Oh, sorry. If you've not watched last season, spoiler alert, go watch last season. We got tapes of Abe and the Doc. So we could have a flashback scene of Abraham and Eugene, which I think would be incredible. Just kind of, make that a whole episode. Tell us a little bit about the past. Fluff Salisbury, Strand offers to fly the plane, and Daniel says, I ain't getting on no plane with that fool. Maybe. It's a possibility, Fluff. But they end up knocking Strand out or drugging him. Actually, they'd probably give Strand a whole lot of alcohol until he passed out, and then they just put him on the plane. But that absolutely would be incredible. So one or two more bullet points. We saw the danger the cars keeping out, so it looks like there's a fortress or certainly there's some area that you don't want to cross into. So I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if it's going to be, if Sherry could end up on the show. Maybe Sherry could be a villain. Maybe they could bring Christina Evangelista back. I don't know. Dwight's down there for a reason. We could get a Dwight backstory. We could get a Abraham backstory. We could find out what's going on with Troy. We don't know. Where has Daniel been? I don't know. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of things that I want to find out. So we're about 19 minutes in. I'm going to get your first fan reactions because I want it to be a permanent part of this video. Some great thoughts, some great conversation, great communication of things we noticed. We'll do a deeper breakdown of it. We'll probably talk Fear once a week over the next couple of weeks. Do me a favor, from a 1 to a 10 right now, everybody watching the playback, what was your first reaction from a scale of a 1 to a 10 on Fear the Walking Dead and how the season is going to be. Leave it right now. And also, give me a confirmation if you guys can kang that like button and just let me know that you're going to be here for Fear the Walking Dead. We're going to do this thing together. We're going to talk about it. We're going to predict it. We're going to really make this thing a nightly thing like we do with Walking Dead. So we got some 10s, we got some 8s, we got some 9s, 9.5s, 10. I think it'll be epic, says Julia Muse. DJ says a 7. Cody No, 8.5. Angela Caloris with an 8. Jason Craig giving it a 999. There you go. There's the magic number. Dan Dev, there's no doubt about that. Dan, I knew you were going to come in at a 65. Diana Hammond, an 8. 7.57. Jesse Price, a little low there, Jesse, with a 5. But maybe hey, nothing wrong with having low expectations and then having everybody come out and exceed expectations. Roxanne Dunlap will be there. Sayan gives it a 7. Anita Nokier says 8.75. And once again, you guys are subs, so you guys know. You'll see it pop up. You'll see the notification. We're going to be counting it down over the next few weeks. Join in to a few of our streams. Let's talk about it. Let's get some information out there. Maybe it'll change your mind. But just do me a favor. Hang out with us. Commit to it. Let's talk about it. And then if it sucks, it sucks. If it's anything like last season, I think this will be the best season ever. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you being here. Also, look forward to seeing everybody here at 8 o'clock tonight. We still got some Walking Dead topics to talk about. This has been a very action-filled day. Started early in the morning. 8 o'clock is going to be our 4th stream. We got one that we're going to close it down with at 9:30 tonight as well, just to kind of recap a little bit of the episode. And then all throughout the remainder of the week, I wanted to get the topics out here, why it's still fresh in everybody's memory. But later on in the week, we're going to be down to probably 1 stream per night. So we'll try to have it as a central time, but I certainly wanted to get as many streams out there as possible just to hit our international audience so everybody's not always watching the playback. We want to include people in the live video because that's what we're all about. Thanks, everybody. One more time, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see all of you tonight at 8 o'clock, and we're going to talk a little bit of the radio, which could have a little bit of the Fear crossover concept in it as well. Thanks, everybody. See you then. Peace.